The records are now open. Welcome, everyone, to the 3-5 episode of Akashic Answers with Emily. It is Wednesday at noon, which means we are going to jam together in our Akashic Records for the next half hour or so. I definitely have some notes that I want to share with y'all today coming in from the Akashic Records. We are going to tap into the wisdom, guidance, and clarity that is available for us in the field today. There is magic, there is insight, there is transmission available for you, and up-leveling of your DNA. I want to thank you for following your intuition into this space. I'm going to set an intention right now that the next piece of wisdom, guidance, or clarity that you need that's going to make a difference in your life gets to drop in for you today. Let me know who is joining me. Say hello in the comments. Let me know where you're tuning in from. If this is the first time we are having the privilege of meeting, I'm Emily Harrison, founder, director here inside the Akashic Academy, which is a modern day mystery school specializing in the intelligence of the Akashic Records. This is a powerful technology that you're going to get to experience today. Like I said, wisdom, guidance, clarity is going to come in from this realm, as well as activation, courage, inspiration for you. And here's the cool thing is that you can do this too. This is a learned skill, what you're going to experience here today. And I want you to know that you have the power to tap in and get the same level and higher, get higher and higher levels of wisdom, guidance, and clarity for your life. All right. So let me tell you about why I am so passionate about reading the Akashic Records. So before I learned how to read the Akashic Records, from the outside perspective, my life looked really cool. For those of you who don't know, I was a Hollywood actress. I was making my way in that industry. Had, like, relatively speaking, when you look at statistics of how many actors actually make it in Hollywood, I made it to the point where I was making my living acting. If y'all haven't Googled me before and you want to see what that past life looks like, I got a good resume, y'all. From the outside, my life was looking like, oh, she's from the small town. She broke free. She's making her way. And on the inside, here was the inside perspective, I was a young mother of 3 kids. I felt seriously overwhelmed with balancing motherhood and my career. There were challenges, karmic challenges in my life that had to do like my financial situation, my relationships, all that shit was really a mess, y'all. Okay. I was depressed. It was taking its toll on my mental health. My mental health was collapsing. Anybody out there can relate to feeling overwhelmed, to feeling confused because your life looks good on the outside. You're supposed to feel fulfilled, but you don't. Anybody feel that way? Anybody experience breakdown of your physical, mental, emotional health? This is what I was experiencing. And then when I found the Akashic Records, the records changed everything. So if you are unfamiliar with what the Akashic Records are, this is the realm of consciousness that holds all information, past, present, all possible futures, and is recorded from a neutral perspective. Neutral means unconditional love and zero judgment. This realm of consciousness is known as the Book of Life in the Bible. It is known as superconscious intelligence. It's known as the mind of God. There are lots of different names for it. And it is a field of intelligence that you can learn to tap into. Okay? That's why I created methodology around teaching people how to tap into it, because it changes the game. Once I tapped into this level of soul perspective and learned how to use this realm, my life got very clear. Okay. I understood my soul purpose. I understood my mission here on the planet. Furthermore, I was able to embody and get the courage and inspiration to move forward in that timeline. You guys, you can make timeline jumps. It's so freaking cool. Okay. I tapped into creative genius that I didn't even know I had. Send some love, likes, hearts across the screen if you would like to discover something creatively genius about yourself that you don't know. Let me tell you how I got to Hollywood, y'all. Actually, let me turn my bracelet around like that so it looks better. Here's how I got to Hollywood. I quit life in Missouri I was going to University of Missouri, so I'm a college dropout. I quit school at Mizzou and I moved to LA and I dove in to become an actress. Okay. So when my life shifted and I wanted to teach people this methodology of tapping into the Akashic Records, I had to figure out how to start a business. I did not know how to do this. And I was dedicated, devoted, excited, passionate. The right things opened up for me. I said yes to them along the way. Was it easy? No, it was not easy. When I started my business, I was on food stamps. And I've learned to be really good at business, creating a sustainable life for myself, my kids. We employ several different team members now, y'all. It's good stuff. There is freedom available for you. And I want to share that through transmission and through experience today. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I want you guys to ask some questions. Load up my chat box with questions that you would like your soul to answer already, okay? Places where you might be pissed off, places where you're stuck, places where your karma, okay? And this is what the Akashic Records helped me overcome. It helped me to heal myself too, of my karma. What is your karma? Your karma are your unlearned lessons in this lifetime. We all come in with these lessons. Remember, I talked about challenges in my finances, challenges in relationships. These are invitations for your soul to grow. And we all have these different areas where we have our karmic lessons. Okay. What the Akashic Records helped me do was understand these from a different perspective so I could get a handle on them. So I didn't have to keep repeating them over and over. If you would like to stop repeating your karma over and over, give me an amen or an aho or a word to your mother. Whatever spiritual confirmation works for you. We're non-denominational around here. Let me know in the comments, okay? All right. And I'm going to ask Spirit to guide me to the questions that will benefit the majority of us here today. I'm going to tap in, not only channel the wisdom that is available for these questions that you type in the field, but we'll also bring in activation. We'll bring in soul level healing, energetic level healing for all of us today. All right. So that's what you can expect if you want to stick around. While you all are loading up my chat box here with questions, I do have a couple of other things that the records wanted me to share with you. And that is, the records want me to break down just what the heck is going on down here. Why your soul even incarnated here on this planet, especially right now. Anybody wondering, like, WTF? If you're wondering, WTF, like, what am I doing here? Let me know in the comments right now. I can see how if you're just looking at the outside world, you might think that. Let me invite a cosmic perspective, a soul level perspective. Okay, so here's what the guides wanted to share, is that on a foundational level, we all come here, our souls come here to evolve. Okay, what does that mean? Our souls come here to evolve. It means, one, we come here to learn how to transmute darkness. Can you see that in your life where you are learning to transmute darkness? Give me a yes in the comments if you can see that in your life. All right, that's one part of the evolutionary process that we're coming here to embody, is transmuting darkness. I want you to know it. So I keep saying it over and over, over and over. It's why you're here, is transmuting darkness. If you are transmuting darkness in your life right now and you feel frustrated about it, well, you just here serving your divine soul's mission and purpose is to evolve and grow, okay? So you might as well reframe it so it feels a little better. We're going to reframe today too. The records are fun. They're gentle, they're graceful, they're entertaining. It's good stuff. All right, so your soul's here to evolve. That means transmute darkness, number one. There's a second part of that evolution of what your soul is here to experience. Your soul is here to experience yourself as ultimate creator, God or goddess embodied. And you're doing a damn good job. You're creating every single thing you are experiencing up until right now in this moment. And the thoughts and the emotions and the behaviors that you are having right now in this moment, how you're showing up, are creating your future. Here's Here's what else WTF going on down here. When your soul agrees to incarnate, to come to this plane of learning, you also agree to move into duality or darkness, and we forget. Okay, so we have all made a soul contract together. Thank you for following your soul contract, by the way, agreeing to show up here today, because we have agreed to show up in contract here together today to cross paths, to help each other remember in real time. Remember the truth of who you are and how powerful you are. You are creating everything in this moment. It's okay if you're not creating at mastery level in the way that you intend. That's part of what we're here to learn. All right. All right. So can I get some amens? Did that explain a little bit more to you about what the heck is going on here? Let me know. All right. I want to get into one more little piece here, and then we're going to dive into questions. And that is, how do the Akashic Records play a part? Okay. Well, again, if the Akashic Records hold all intelligence, past, present, all possible futures, they hold information that we can tap into and get a soul level perspective on anything that we're experiencing at any point in time. It's going to help us understand our karmic cycles, understand what's available for us to learn, and how we can finally learn it so we can move into this phase of our creative genius. All right. It's like having the encyclopedia of self-knowledge to guide you. It's good stuff. All right. All right. So I'm going to dive in now and get some questions. That's what the Akashic Records wanted you to know for today. All right. Oh, we got some of my hometowners here in the house. I love you all. Thank you for being here. All right. Juan, my emotional health. I was so heartbroken until I tapped in. Anybody else feeling heartbroken out there? Juan, it feels like you're making some shifts in where your energy, you're transmuting, you're alchemizing already. You're moving from heartbreak. Anybody else transmuting heartbreak right now? I can tell you I've been working with this energy on my personal microcosm since, oh shit, man. Once I take a big look back, I've been in grief for quite some time. And also in not necessarily denial that I've been in grief, but in survival mode. Okay, because shifting of relationships, anybody going through relationship shifts? That happens. There came a point in time when I outgrew the relationship where I shouldn't really say that I outgrew. I mean, we both grew to where we needed to be, and the soul contract was complete. And there was a shifting of that relationship, which was really challenging in the 3D and the physical. Okay. And because this relationship was with the father of my children, it shifted the dynamic of family and what my idea of family was. We also did not do it with a high level of light and integrity. I mean, we did the best that we could, yet there was a lot of opportunity to transmute darkness in that. So we had both of us had a lot of darkness, unevolved aspects of ourselves that came up. And our kids witnessed all of that. Okay. So when I take a step back and I look at the karmic cycles that I created for being unevolved, I see a connection to Atlantis Lemuria. Anybody else see that connection or see a connection in their life to a replay of Atlantis and Lemuria? Here's what I mean. Atlantis Lemuria was the last time we held a balanced 5D civilization here on this planet. And we've tried to cycle many times through regaining that level of our evolution and balance. It was a 5D civilization. Okay, the Lemurians held the preservation of staying connected to nature. This was divine feminine energy, while the Atlanteans held the energy of the importance of technology and how technology advances the planet. That's the masculine energy. For the longest time, they lived peacefully until they didn't. There was a disagreement about how the future of humanity would progress, and they fought it out, blew themselves up. The intelligence of being a 5D civilization, of living in peace, power, plenty, our ability to create, manifest, and to collaborate, those physical paradigms of existence disappeared from the surface of the planet. Now they still exist here in places, and we're working to rebuild this. We have been ever since. And we need to make sure that we don't make the mistakes that we made before. So if you're like me and you're here to revisit those timelines in how your life is playing out now, you might see similarities or correlations, and you might be really close to rawness or the heartbreak. Because as I look at that metaphor of the loss of civilization, and I overlay that on my family, and I feel how raw that feels, I'm like, oh, I don't want to do that again. Okay. And it keeps me at a place, my human at a place where I am not going to create that kind of devastation and destruction again. And that's all of our responsibility, I think, is to find those areas where we will go through the heartbreak and then take that oath of not committing those atrocities again. Because we create war. We create war within ourselves, within our families, our words. Like, think about how many things you can weaponize. And we're all still doing it. Otherwise, we wouldn't be experiencing collective in our projected reality, because what we're experiencing in our 3D world that looks real is actually a projection. It's a holographic projection of the combination of all of our thoughts, feelings, emotions, belief systems. Okay. By the way, the belief systems that you have that are in alignment with your divinity, your purpose, your truth, who you really are at least 10 times more powerful than the thought forms out there creating reality that are doo-doo, okay, or that represent duality. So you may feel like you're not making much impact. You so are. You so are. All right. So send some love light cards across the screen. That wasn't really even a question. All right, we're going to do an activation here for anybody who is experiencing the energy of heartbreak or grief. First of all, we're going to call in energy around the third eye. This is going to be intelligence that allows us to see our grief from a meaningful perspective, see the value in the grief that you've experienced and the heartbreak, see how it's making you stronger, it's sharpening your character, okay? Good, and let's pull that energy down into the heart. And let's move into a state of unforgiveness. Let's tap into forgiveness. Forgiveness of self, radical forgiveness of self, radical forgiveness to others. So we're all doing our best walking here. You might feel some hesitation, some resistance to tap into that radical forgiveness. Some of y'all might want to be holding a grudge. Just let it go. Surrender it. Surrender all your weapons against self and others, forward and backward through time now. And so it is, yes. Bring that into the root chakra now, dropping into the root chakra where we can all experience an expression of safety, balancing, adjusting your root chakra by focusing on it. This is at the root of your spine. As you focus on the root chakra, it moves into balance, into coherence, so you can feel safe in this new timeline. Yay, good stuff. All right, let me make some quick notes on what we just did. Let me know what you guys got out of that. I'm making myself some notes so I can make videos about this later. Hang on one second. And if I scrabble too much, I can't read my own writing. Okay, so we did a third eye. We did a heart for forgiveness. We did the root chakra. So we can see the value in our heartbreak. That helps to transmute it. Okay, awesome. Y'all having fun? You happy you're here? All right, send some love lax hearts across the screen. Blow up my algorithms, y'all. Just put emoji comments in the comments for me. Let's blow up the algorithm so we can get as many other of our humans here who are open and ready to work as possible joining us. All right. Let's see. Wanted to follow up. Did I really go through all of that just to learn that I am the creator? Well, you said it. But generally, that's the kind of stuff we're doing. All right. James Witkiss, so many Atlantis echoes going on in this lifetime. Yes, I agree. Would love to know what your thoughts are, James, on what the Atlantean things that you're seeing. Thank you for being here. Let's go to my friend Deborah. Deborah asking the good questions. Deborah, I think I've answered your questions a couple weeks in a row here. Thank you for being here and calling in powerful energy for us. When we channel and receive downloads, are we channeling from the Akashic Records? All right, so here's the difference between the different places that we can channel from that the records have shared with me. Okay, because there's some slight nuance between the difference. So I'm going to talk about reading the energy in somebody's aura or in their field, okay, versus reading from the space of the Akashic Records. The mechanism and how we do it is the same, and somebody's field, that's the energy coming off of them right now, your auric field, it's where you get psychic readings from. It's coming from your auric field, right? The mechanism of how we tap in and read the energy is the same, but the intelligence available is different. Now, whatever's in their auric field is going to be available in their Akashic Records. But here's the difference, because we can also tap into the field of distortion, clusterfuckery, the collective reality that we're sharing, right? It's all based on your energetic vibration. All right, so here's an example. Basically, Deborah, anytime that we're asking a question, that our brain is asking a question, you're receiving some intelligence back inside of your head, and so that's technically channeling. And that's what our brain is designed to do, is to send and receive information. So when we ask a question, our brain is designed to find feedback or evidence in the field that answers or corroborates, substantiates whatever the question is, whatever your belief system the question is. Your brain just finds evidence to support that. All right. That's why a really effective way to reprogram the brain is just life hacking it a little bit. Instead of asking yourself why everything's so hard, why you're so broke, why is it so easy for me to make money, to receive money? Why is it so easy for me to XYZ, whatever it is that you want to experience? Because then your brain will go in search of that answer. Make sense? Then you start writing it down, you increase the vibrational frequency. That's how you become manifestors, creators. All right, writing things down also is a way that we bring from the esoteric into form. So writing things down helps you transition states of matter, because you're going from this high vibrational frequency of thought, you're putting geometry to it, form to it, a letter, okay? Think about this 3D reality. It's 3D, it's physical. That means geometry and form is part of the construct here. We got to have it. Otherwise, everything just one unity light shining around, okay? But then you bring it into form, and then you can experience the physical manifestation of thought frequency energy. Make sense? That's why when you write things down, what you write down is so powerful, because you're doing an ancient alchemic trick tool. You powerful godlike beings, you all writing in your journals. High five. Does that make sense? You're moving it from this high frequency state where it doesn't have form into form. Okay. Back to Deborah's question about channeling from the records. All right. So anytime you ask a question and your brain is getting information, you're channeling. Where are you channeling from? Well, if you're zoned out and you're asking low vibrational frequency questions, such as, okay, here's what I mean by zoned out. You woke up late, so you're scrambling, getting out the door, frustrations, get in the car, you forget something, back and forth, you finally get out, everybody's pulling out in front of you. You say, what? Everybody and their dog and their grandma want to get in front of me today? And the answer that comes back in your mind is going to match the vibrational frequency of your frustrated, pissed off question, because right? What's happening right then? Are you asking questions to your aura? Are you asking questions? You're definitely not asking questions to the Akashic Records. Okay. We're actually, most of the time, that's a question we're not even aware of. It's a subconscious question. And the vast majority of your thoughts and questions that you're asking and feedback loops that you're creating with the universe, that's what thoughts are unconscious. Subconscious, we could call them. They're happening below your awareness. Here are some statistics. Average human has between 12 and 60,000 thoughts per day. Approximately 90% of those thoughts are negative. Approximately 80% of those thoughts are the same thoughts you had yesterday. Approximately 95 to 99% of them are subconscious. You don't even realize you're thinking them. So, Deborah, when we're asking questions like this on autopilot, we're getting feedback that matches the low vibrational frequency of the questions we're asking, and we continue to create our reality, like our mood stabilizes in that low vibrational frequency, and we start to create our health, our wealth, our relationships, our career from that vibrational frequency. Make sense? You guys seeing some areas where you up level? So in that regard, I mean, I would say we're reading the energy that's coming right off of our field in our aura at that point in time. We're unconsciously doing it. Okay. So that would be the patterns, the things that are coming off of you in the right now. Now, from this higher perspective, not only can you see the right now, you also can see the divine potential. And you can also see things like, Deborah, the reason you're so effed up right now is because you slept through your alarm, and you slept through your alarm because you didn't go to bed early enough, and because you're not prioritizing your sleep. And self-care is not something that's on your radar right now, and you could love yourself more. You could create more patience and peace, and you're being invited into this. And you guys, right? When you get tapped into your soul and your soul starts talking to you and revealing to you what's really happening. In essence, what tapping into the Akashic Records is letting your soul talk to you. Letting the innate intelligence within you that knows what is up. Go ask that part of you. Make sense? Okay, we're going to activate the crown right now so that you can activate, or so that you can interact more dynamically with your own innate intelligence, your own inner wisdom. We all have it. You have it. Okay. Right now, you tap in with that smart part of yourself, because if you haven't noticed, reality is rearranging all around us. You have an opportunity to wake up and shift your reality. Okay. All right, let's see what else we got going on here. James says, what if Atlantis was a future event that got thrown back through the time portals that they opened? Ooh, that's an interesting one. Contemplate that. Y'all, anybody excited about contemplating that one? Let us know what you think about that, James. That's a mind bender. I like that. I'll let you know what comes through. I think that the idea of time travel and what we've experienced before and after now, and all the different applications of what that means, is really interesting. Okay. You can even look at right? You can look at the version of you that gets to communicate with you in the Akashic Records as your future self too. You can move towards your future self, all kinds of great stuff. All right, Kimmy Summers, who's working with me over in Heal You Live. Okay, who is trying to reach me through channel? Who is trying to reach me through channel? Okay, I feel like you've got some loved ones, specifically grandma, wanting to come through, as well as some archangel lineage to activate healing and power. I see Michael and Raphael. Okay. Let me know if that resonates with you. Where did our question go? Kimmy, let me know if that resonates with you. Here's the other thing that I want to say from a high level perspective about the different entities that come in for us in the space of the Akashic Records. Okay. I was trained that you can access masters, teachers, loved ones, and guides are the specific entities within the records, as well as all information of your soul, past, present, all possible futures, and anything that is public domain. So you can't open someone else's records. They have privacy over that. If it's someone that you're connected to, like a child, you can open your records and say, how can I best help my kid? There's some loopholes. There's some ways you can skirt around things. All right. The planet, government, houses that are on the market that are not owned by a specific person, anything that is considered public domain, you can open the records of. Okay. Oh, my ears just went wong, wong. Don't know what that means. Just noticing. Wong, wong. All right. So opening up the records, you have some flexibility about the kind of different things that you can ask in the records. All right. Let's talk about the specific entities that bring forward the intelligence, the masters, teachers, loved ones, and guides. Here's what the Akashic Records shared with me about like who really is talking to us in the Akashic Records. Is it God? Is it my higher self? Is it my granny Cora that passed away? Like, who is it? Is it Raphael? It's another one I work with. Melchizedek, Merlin. All right. So here's what the guide said. The guide said, really, it's all the same energy. It's the energy of God. It's the energy of unconditional love, completeness. All is available there. A lot for the human mind to conceptualize. So what do humans do? We personify things. We create stories around things. One of my favorite storytellers in the house. Say hi to Peter, y'all. Okay. So we personify, we create stories around what it is that we're experiencing. Oops. Ooh, James. All right. I keep going back to Kimmy's question because it helps ground me into a high level answer coming in for y'all. All right. Give yourself some love light hearts across the screen, by the way. It's a high level answer. So because it's really everything, all information, God, all intelligence, whatever the frick we want to call it, too much for the human mind to understand that all of everything is available to us. We personify, we create stories, we create characters that represent certain energies. So, Kimmy, when I said Archangel Michael has a certain lexicon or understanding that is generally agreed upon. Powerful archangel, protector, can cut the ties. What's the general consensus when we think of Raphael? Healing. So when those entities come forward, great to look at them as the entities that are coming forward. I'm down with that. I like to intermix with those different energies and personalities because it helps me understand the energy signature of what part of the God aspect of consciousness I'm working with. Makes sense? Similar to how the different rays are broken down. We're not going to go into that right now. But rays, different colors, have different vibrational frequencies, similar to the Ascended Masters. It's really to help us all categorize and have a way that we can communicate about this, that we can have language. Language is a gift from the gods, by the way. Okay, so we're going to activate the gift, the gift of unity language. Whew, we haven't had this on the planet for a very long time. Moving in through the throat chakra right now. All of you who are here grounding this in and making it available for the collective Christed consciousness grid. Thank you. This is huge. Whew. Again, I'm not going to go into all the backstory around that one. But since the crash of the towers of Babel, y'all, our language has been scattered and disoriented, and our communication has been just slightly off, just a little bit. 3:33. Right on. I love it, Peter. All right, so we're going to wrap up today, but I do have a few more things that I want to share with y'all. Deborah said, today during meditation, I saw strong violet light like I usually do, but also saw a lot of red. Haven't seen that before. What does that mean, if anything? Deborah, I'm going to say that's the balancing in the root chakra that we did. So violet crown, also Melchizedek, also violet flame energy. It's the energy of the magician. It's the energy of transmutation. It's powerful stuff. You want it. Okay. Good stuff. A lot of you all hold that in here. And in the root chakra, that's so good. I love that. for me, that's giving me the intelligence, the visualization that we brought it down and we're anchoring it in the root. Root is the base, our baseline. It's our baseline frequency where we feel stability, security, safety, financially, emotionally, physically, mentally, all of the leads that count, we feel safe in. So thank you for holding that. Okay. All right. So for those of you who are excited about what you experienced today, I do want to invite you to check out, let me set this up here, the Learn to Read the Akashic Records training program. If you want the ability to shift your reality, that exists within you. You want to wake it up. This is the way that you can do it. All right. This is going to teach you, let me make my screen a little bit bigger here. Oop, come on, get big. Not that big. How to personally heal yourself of emotional, physical disease, clear and identify and clear oppressive belief systems, experience deep transformative self-love, clear ancestral energy patterns no longer serving you or the collective, understand your life mission, open up access to your highest potential, access your quantum healing abilities, and unlock new energetic skills to learn more. That's that learning more about yourself. All right, so I'm just going to give you guys a high-level overview of this and then share the link with you so you can go check it out. Okay, bam. Thank you so much for being here. We are going to wrap up for today, but before I go, there is a 90-second video that is going to play on the outro. For those of you who are curious about this training, the video will outline more for you what's at stake and let you in on some behind-the-scenes access of what my students experience when they go through this training. All right. Thank you all so much for being here. I love you. If this has served you, share it out today, and I'll see you back here next week.
The Akashic Records hold all information, past, present, and future, and are available to assist you now.
Do you seek answers within yourself but don't know if you can trust your intuition? Do you desire positive change in life but feel unsupported by others? Do you suffer from failure to execute but have hit your point of enough? Not only have I been there, but I have found my way out, and so can you. The Akashic Records are your key to understanding any area of stagnation and hold solutions to your greatest challenges. My mission is to teach you everything I know about the Akashic Records, how to use them with mastery, while always staying in beginner's mind, which will keep you humble yet powerful. It's all within you. Come, let me show you.
What have I gained from the Akashic Records? Reading the Akashic Records has strengthened and deepened my intuition, and at the same time allowed me to build a deeper connection with the inner wisdom of my gut and my heart in order to be able to support and challenge the decisions that I've made in my head.
Learning to read the Akashic Records helped me to cultivate the courage and the knowledge to start a new business. It helped guidance become clearer. It helped me become more confident for my entire life moving forward.